Welcome everybody to the Global Connected Aircraft Summit 2018. My name is Michael Furry. I'm here in sunny San Diego, and we're here to learn best practices, hear about trends, all revolving around connectivity in aircraft. Come with us today and let's learn a little bit. All right, welcome back to Global Connected Aircraft Summit 2018. My name is Michael Furry. I am here at Teledyne booth, and we want to learn a little bit about what your services are and what you guys have going on. But first, tell us a little bit about you, your name, and what you do at the company.
Hi, I'm Murray Skelton. I'm the Director of Aircraft Solution Strategy. And my job is to basically take the products that we have and produce new products that can coexist and enable airlines to do some amazing things that hopefully we're going to show you here in the connected aircraft environment. Now, we don't make SATCOM, so that's going to be an interesting one from us.
You're not SATCOM, so why are you here?
Very good question. So Teledyne has been making avionics products for around 40 years. And one of our very successful products is this product here, which is called the wireless GROUNDLINK, which is, or started life as a humble quick access recorder. For those of you who don't know what quick access recorder is, it's basically a box, as you can see, that lives on the aircraft, collects all the flight data from the acquisition units and other things on the aircraft, compresses them, compiles them, and using the cellular radios on the front of the box, delivers them to an airline for use for flight operational quality or for maintenance. So that's traditionally what the box has done. But this one, our GROUNDLINK Com Plus, has lots more functionality. And basically it becomes the IP concentrator for an E-enabled aircraft. And that is the main reason why we're here, because we deliver a huge range of capability on what was basically a quick access recorder.
Great. So let's dive into some of those solutions. Tell us what exactly you're providing and go into that a little bit deeper.
Well, when EFBs, for example, stopped being the Class 3 very expensive things and we started using tablets and iPads, it became very obvious that because this aircraft collects so much data because this unit collects so much data on the aircraft, that it was a natural tool to be used as an AID, an aircraft interface device. And by adding software to a box that's already on 13,000 aircraft globally, you can now enable what was a quick access recorder now to be an AID. And what does the AID do? Well, using IP connectivity, we can do real-time weather. This is an application called EWAS. We can do weather overlays and moving map displays. This is Jeppesen Flight Deck Pro. And also very similarly on the Lido E route manual. And in fact, we are already compatible with all the major EFB applications. They work off-bat straight away with our AID. Now the key to this is IP. So we have a box here with cellular radios. So on the ground, these are 4G cellular radios, but they're about to change to LTE. LTE will be available on this box by the end of this year. And on the ground, that provides connectivity to all these applications. In fact, these applications are live now. That's live weather, real weather through cellular radios here. But cellular doesn't work in the air. So the cellulars have to cut off when the aircraft gets airborne. And we are working with all of the major SATCOM vendors here, from Viasat, through Cobham, through Panasonic, through Gogo, connecting their, basically PI's domain, SATCOM, to our AIS domain, and that's the secret, quick access recorder. So in flight, all of the IP connectivity stays because we now route through the PI SATCOM to the ground. And we do that very securely. And we have STCs already on multiple major commercial aircraft such as Boeing and Airbus.
Great. So let's get a little bit more specific on how GROUNDLINK provides connectivity to airlines.
So it's all about data, and everybody talks about data. You have heard the term big data everywhere. And as I said, this little box here has been collecting data for many, many years. And to give you an idea, we believe we're big data. We collect 40 million flight hours of data, around 90 terabytes of data every year globally. And we transfer nearly all of that at the moment by cellular radio off the aircraft. However, it's changing. Aircraft are becoming connected. This summit is showing you how much airlines are investing in connectivity. But the connectivity is mostly in the IFE domain. And it has always been a challenge to connect the IFE domain with the AIS domain, which is the Aircraft Information Services domain, which is where all this operational data comes from. And we've achieved that already. So we can do a range of things, again, with a software upgrade and a small interface kit. So we have a range of products, as you see on our back wall here. We talked about the AID that drives the EFBs. The broadband is the link that connects this box to the SATCOM, but it does a range of other things as well. As well as connecting the SATCOM and keeping IP in flight, it can stream parameter data to the ground, once a second, twice a second, configurable by the airline, up to 200 parameters for airline tracking, and also we can do full 717 black box streaming. And this means the aircraft can basically transmit all of its data pretty much permanently through the SATCOM. At the moment, we need the ground systems to be able to ingest that data, but the capability is there when those ground systems come along.
So speaking of big data, you're a big data company, where do you guys see data management in the future? Where's it going, as far as that?
It's an interesting question. I mean, everybody is talking about big data, everybody's offering some form of analytical services, and there's no doubt that these analytical services are going to drive savings, they're going to drive efficiencies, especially with predictive maintenance and so on, and we provide predictive maintenance services as well. We've been doing it for many years with the likes of Ryanair, for example. However, we also champion something called ACMS, which is basically the aircraft itself doing analytics in flight and creating a whole range of reports based on faults. So we think there's a balance between offloading lots of data to the ground and processing it on the ground, because even with real-time data, that's going to be a little bit historical, and with data on the aircraft, the ACMS data, which is working in real time and notifying people in real time of issues with the aircraft. So we think there's going to be a balance.
So is this your first time at Global Connect?
For me it is. It's not for the company, but for me definitely. So.
How's the show been going for you so far?
The show's been pretty good. What's been really good is to listen to vendors to see what they're going. It's been great to listen to the airlines to see what they're doing as far as use cases go. I'm hoping that we can maybe come back next year with one of our friendly airlines and show you one of our use cases with one of the friendly airlines to basically show that this stuff is real, it's flying every day, and exactly what you can do with a box that's probably already on your aircraft. As I said, 13,000 in flight right now.
All right, Marie, as far as connectivity, are there any other comms that are provided, or can you explain that a little bit further?
Absolutely. So we have done for some time now a product called GROUNDLINK Data Link. Like everything else I've explained to you, it's a bit of software and a very small, simple to install kit that hooks up your ACARS unit on the aircraft. That'd be a CMU or an ATSU. And what we have done now is taken those ACARS messages, those AOC and ACC messages, non-safety services at this time, and we can deliver them over IP. So over the cellular radios on the ground and over the SATCOM, and again it's the PI SATCOM in flight, we can provide ACARS. And what does this mean for an airline? It means that none of the ACARS traffic is traveling over the conventional ACARS network. It's not traveling over the conventional radio network. And these radio networks, airlines pay usually per kilobit, or they have a fixed fee. So the more data you can take off those traditional networks, one, it's a saving for the airline, but two, many of these ACARS networks are really, really congested. So ACARS over IP, or what we call GROUNDLINK Data Link, is helping relieve congestion in parts of the world where the ACARS traffic is extremely heavy. And it's a superb ROI for anybody who wants to invest in this type of technology.
So if anybody wants to get more information from you, what's the best way to go about doing that?
The easiest way is we have international sales teams around the world. Our website, Teledyne-Controls.com. If you go there, there's a section on there on how to contact your regional sales guy. And any of them would be really happy to explain these products and even come and do a demonstration.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much for your time.